Hello, this is Manesh Patel from MichimicoTrade.com and AlertTrades.com. Today is basically beginning of June month, and this is our weekly update for the U.S. stock markets. Let's get going. Normal disclaimer to state: this is for education use only. We're not soliciting you to buy or sell any particular instrument. If you do so, you're doing that at your own risk. All information is owned by EII Capital Group, cannot be copied or distributed without our written permission. We are broker neutral, so we support TradeStation, eSignal, NinjaTrader, Thinkorswim, and so forth. Today we're going to use TradingView to look at all the markets, and we kind of change it up every week, every month when we do this update. Okay? If you have any questions, you could email us here at info@eiicapital.com, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Okay, so let's go through and start looking at the E-mini S&P 500 futures. This is the E-mini here on the monthly. You could see basically it's going up, 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 up. It's basically all-time high, so we really can't really determine anything from here. No resistances because there's nothing in the past. Some people have been using Fibonacci retracements. You could do that, but you could kind of see, let me pull up the Fibonacci retracement. If you do that, you could kind of see that you're past the 161% retracement, and you could change this to 2. Let's change this to 2 right there, and that's probably the next level that a lot of people on the Fibonacci side are looking towards. So a lot of people, if they are giving targets for the US stock market for the E-mini, they're probably resorted to Fibonacci, and they're probably telling you, okay, next level is about 2465. That doesn't mean you go short it at that point. You need to wait for a confirmation once it gets to that level. But either way, this market keep on climbing up, 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 up. As far as the month is concerned, we really can't determine the support right now since the markets are still going up. Let's go look at the weekly real fast. Okay, this is the weekly. Let's just put this in auto mode, and you can see the weekly here. You can see the weekly here has been doing good here since 2011. We've just gone being up, up, up. We've gone for some minor pullbacks, nothing major at all. We had an opportunity here at this point right here, around the 4th of this year, but that really didn't pan out to sit there and come down at all. Never even did a medium pullback at all. These are all minor pullbacks here, so we consolidated here a little, but you could see last week we kind of take another leg up, where this momentum is still going for the markets going up, and now continue to remain that way. And what we're kind of looking for, we did an article this month on what you're looking for is tops and bottoms. So look at that article, but you could kind of see what we're looking for. But basically we're looking for a cross to develop on a weekly basis at the end of the week, above price, and that's kind of what we're looking at for a possibility of maybe a short-term top, which you then eventually could evolve into a long-term top. Let's go to daily. Here, daily, if you could see from the daily here, this thing's trending too. You could see a nice little push up here. Support, you really can't sit there and give a support here, because the markets are still going up. The last 2 bars, last 2 days have pretty much killed whatever supports we have. So we gotta wait for a pullback for support to be created at all. Let's go to a 4-hour. Maybe it could give us a little hint. But let's see that. I don't even think that's gonna give us anything at all. Yeah, there's not much there either there. So we just gotta sit there and be patient and wait for the supports to come, especially when this thing gets exhausted and decides to pull back. That's the E-mini. Let's look at the NASDAQ. Just looking at NASDAQ futures and stuff like that right now. These are all future products. Since I'm on TradingView right now, and this account's delayed, but it doesn't matter. It's pretty much it's the weekend. The markets are closed. As a NASDAQ futures, it's going to take a minute to pop up. You could see here on a monthly basis, since basically here, there was a setup zone here back in 2010 after it broke out, which was basically November 2010. This thing has not looked back at all. And it's gone up, 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 and you could kind of see that we're getting into kind of overextended conditions here, because if you look at the last couple of months, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 months, we're in the 6th month of this market continuously going up on the technology side, and it doesn't seem like it's going to let up at all. There's no resistances right now as far as the monthly is concerned. Let's go down to the weekly, see if we see any signs of weakness, and you could just look from this chart here there's nothing really there either. This thing's just been going strong here, going up. You have all the crosses here going up. That means all supports are going up. If we zoom into this little area here, there was a little cross right there. You can't see it right now. There's crosses all over the place. There's one right there that pretty much was there not last week but the week before, that kind of held the market up and kind of been pushing it going forward. Let's go look at the daily here for the NASDAQ. That's with this, and you could see here this was pretty much a setup here. This setup for the NASDAQ actually broke out in December 2016, pretty much gone up. You had a little consolidation pattern here, and let's zoom in there. It had a chance to go for a major pullback at one point, which is right around here, which is basically 4 for the 2017, which is similar to the E-mini. Didn't quite do that, didn't even get to the cloud at all, so that's not even a major pullback at all. And then all of a sudden it starts to go up, and the squares here, the major supports are pretty much going up. This thing's still going up with vengeance. There's no signs of it slowing down at all. Okay, let's go look at the Dow. Let's go to monthly. You'll see pretty much the same thing as E-mini and the S&P 500 futures, pretty much going up. No signs of relief at all, profit taking on the monthly. On the weekly, you pretty much have the same thing. It's going up. Here on the weekly, you have a little sign of a support, which is pretty much right there. So you do have a little sign of support we kind of got on the Dow, and you could kind of see a little consolidation pattern here occurring here, and that created the support around 20,371, whereas basically you really can't see anything on the S&P 500 futures or the NASDAQ right now. So that's a little good sign there. You could kind of have a little support idea there, and you could kind of see here that this actually even went almost below the cloud here. So you could see the Dow is kind of lagging behind the S&P 500 futures and also the NASDAQ futures. So if you look at the one that's basically leading the markets is NASDAQ, then it's the S&P, and basically the Dow is after that. Let's go look at Russell 2000. Whoops, I guess we can't on this account. Okay, so I can't look at that right. Okay, got that straightened out. It's a different symbol in the trading view here. It's RJ instead of TF. For the Russell futures here, this is the 2000 mini futures here. Just waiting for everything to pop up, but you could see it's kind of in a bullish trend here. It has a little hesitation here, you know, compared to what you basically saw for the other markets, but it still is in a bullish trend, which is really good. We're just waiting for everything to pop up in 1 second. Okay, we seem to have problems with the future, so we're just going to switch to the ETF. Here's the IWM. You could see here on IWM, it had a little pullback here. That was a major pullback, so the other markets hadn't had major pullbacks, whereas this one does, so you could kind of see it's lagging. However, it is in a trend continuation pattern, and you could see a support here forming, which you could see that easily on the lower time frames. But you could see that basically this is still trending here to the bullish side, just like the other markets. Let's go to weekly. And you could see from the weekly already before everything pulls up that this is consolidating here around these levels here, and you could see there's a support there, and there's, I would say this is probably the better support right there from that cross, which pretty much matches up there. So there's just the bottom of the support at 134.60. You can see it's at the top right now, and basically if the other markets keep on going higher, this will too. So this will break out that consolidation pattern with time. Let's go look at the daily real fast. And you could see how daily really shows the ugliness in the Russell 2000 with all these small caps, and you could see it's kind of consolidating right now, and you could see between the shaded areas it's going back and forth with no commitment at all to one side. So you could see the Russell is definitely lagging the other markets, but the only reason why this thing keeps on going up is the others are pretty much leading it to go up. So this is kind of like the laggard and everything. So basically NASDAQ's leading, then this S&P, Dow, and then Russell futures is pretty much where the markets stand right now. Hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys have any questions, email us at info@eiicapital.com. Thank you.